Hello, everybody, and welcome to session 8 of Infinite Fantasy. I'm joined by most of the cast. Say hello, most of the cast.
Hello, most of the cast.
Hello,
Yeah.
most of the cast.
That's good.
I can always count on at least one of you to be like fairly on top of it, and the rest of you to not. Which is why I keep doing it.
You can always count on me to not engage.
That makes well, yeah.
That's consistent.
Sure, I'll take it. Last time that we played, we had gotten off of Roscoe's fight. You guys kind of did some celebrating after that, picked up prize and gambling monies, and then kind of honed in on your plan vis-a-vis the cargo train that was scheduled to be sent over to this facility, this research facility in the Fields of Fire. There appeared to be some kind of delays happening. Unclear, some personnel got switched seemingly according to like Silas's investigation, or investigations maybe generous. They're watching of the train platform. Observations, that's a good word. There was some debate on whether to jump aboard the train as it was leaving, as it was passing by a slow turn, or to just take chocobos up ahead and destroy the tracks. And you eventually landed on taking the chocobos and trying to prevent the train from arriving. So you attempted to leave, get ahead of the train before it took off at the station, and destroy the tracks. You definitely destroy the tracks. It is unclear whether or not you beat the train or the train hadn't left yet, but you never saw it on your journey. You destroyed the tracks, or you set the tracks up so that the train would derail by weakening them in a very clever fashion. And then you continued along the path. As you did so, the terrain started to change. Things got a little bit warmer, a little bit drier, a little bit more sulfurous. You encountered several different monsters, including a young dragon type. But you were able to defeat them and moved on until now we are at the outskirts of this facility. So you can kind of see it set up amidst these. Again, there's like mesas with little rivulets, rivers of like lava, magma, like slowly kind of seeping in between them. And you can see this facility has like some bridges set up, some walkways that are like connecting a couple of these different geographical features together to form this base station. You see there are some like defenses, like towers with like large looking guns and such, like a big antenna dish type thing up on one of the platforms. And it seems to kind of all lead towards or into this mountain. Isn't quite right. It's more of like a rock fissure that's kind of jutting up. The facility kind of comes up to that and then presumably goes into it as well. So you can see like they've carved some of it out, but you're not sure what lies further inside in that area. What is your guys' plan?
He said, looks at Roscoe and says, well, like all Imperial facilities, it does have a front door.
It does. How, from this vantage point, do we see like a lot of outside like movement, like patrols or like things like that?
Go ahead and make me a perception check. There's a bit of a haze to everything because of the heat. Pretty good.
16.
Okay. You're kind of watching closely for a little bit, like waiting, particularly like looking at some of the doors. There do appear to be people. They don't seem to be going outside all that often, but like if you spend like a while just like waiting, like looking, you'll see somebody like kind of hurry across one island section, quote unquote, to another, and then like kind of go inside somewhere.
Not much of a presence outside. Be tricky once we're in.
Is it
Is that a
normal for fucking Imperials to not be outside, or can we take that to mean that being outside and passing between places is dangerous?
Usually there's some type of exterior patrol of some sort. But maybe they feel that they're remote enough that they don't need that. Go shrugs.
May just point out that if it's unusual for them to not have outside patrols, that might mean that getting in isn't going to be our only sticky point. I just want to know why they don't have anybody outside and why people are moving quickly when they are outside. Is it dangerous to be outside? Because it's perhaps too hot?
If they move quickly, then that could be a couple of things. If there were traps outside, then they would walk in particular patterns. But if they were simply moving quickly from building to building, maybe that just suggests hurried behavior, not careful demarcation of trapped land.
And does the area seem dangerous just to ambiently be in? Like, is there noticeable heat waves and like stuff like that?
Yeah, you can see like a haze of heat. It's not that bad where you guys are standing right now, but the facility is seemingly in a, I want to say like in the thick of it, but the flows are stronger there. It does.
Well,
It's like looking at like an incredibly hot desert day. Like there are noticeable like mirage type features here.
is there an obvious like closest entrance to us that isn't the front door,
Front.
like where the train would go in? I mean,
Other than like the train track entrance, it's kind of weird because again, it's like multiple different buildings together, and there's not like a central wall or anything. There is apart from the train track, there's like two other platforms that kind of lead into this chain of islands that they've kind of again connected. Platforms may sound big. They're just like, again, just larger walkways that probably they use to go out into the surrounding areas.
I guess the question I'm asking is, from where we are standing,
yeah,
if we were like, our number one priority is to, as quickly as possible, get inside, is that the train tracks leading to an entrance, or can we see an entrance from a walkway that is like closer?
There is an entrance from the walkway that is closer than the entrance.
Okay. And Zed, I think, turns to the others and says, well, it looks hard. We're in volcanic areas. They don't have people posted outside. They're moving quickly. Presumably, you don't want to stay in heat for too long, so we should also not want to stay in heat for too long. But as soon as we're moving quickly to get into that entrance, and he kind of points to the one that is off one of the walkways, then we can't necessarily execute some kind of stealth plan. And I'm happy to do that because that's largely the way that we operate with these things anyway. But he kind of shrugs. There's if anyone
What would
has
the
a
stealth
better
plan-
idea.
What would a stealth plan even be here? So like we have covers.
Zed
Best
thinks a
cover we
second.
have is via the steam and spouts.
Zed thinks he goes, I could always come up with a cover, but it's hard to convince an out-of-the-way facility that 5 people are here for normal reasons when they haven't heard of anything. He kind of looks at, and then eventually he just shrugs and says, well, I think we just have to get inside. And if we get inside and we can find somewhere to take a moment, we can reevaluate and make a plan from there. But the longer we sit out here, the more chance that somebody scurrying around and there just happens to notice.
Roscoe will nod at that and get ready to.
Can I either...
Going.
I will ask Roscoe, but also if I can make a history check about it to know like the method through which these doors would likely open. Are they like a mechanical lock? Are they a key card? Is it like, is every Empire facility like 95% of the time it's
Similar.
a key card and very rarely it would be something else?
Yeah, it's if it has a lock, it's probably key card locked.
Can Agatha
vast majority.
pick a key card lock? Like mechanically?
Yeah, I mean you can make a roll for it.
Okay, great. Then Zed says, okay. Roscoe and Agatha, you take the lead. If the door's locked, Agatha, you unlock it. If it's still locked, Roscoe, you unlock it. And we'll be behind you. And he points to Silas and Asta. And it's like, okay, you two keep an eye out for anyone on the walkways that might see us.
Aye.
Then he like almost he like slightly rolls up his sleeves like that's going to protect him from any heat, but he leaves his heavy cloak on, so it's not really going to make any difference. But he's ready when Roscoe's ready to take off.
Right. You hitch the chocobo somewhere that's in a
Yes.
covered, sheltered, not hot area.
Safe, out of the way. They
yeah.
cannot be destroyed by accounts of
For
Boba.
unrelated reasons, is the inside of a chocobo just fortunately like refrigerated? If that
It's
needs to
actually
happen.
it's the opposite.
Lukewarm.
Oh no!
Quite hot, actually, unfortunately.
Well, that's good
Um,
if we get to the ice, Espo.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, he's leaving it to Roscoe and Agatha to lead the way to the door.
So you're not stealthing, quote unquote, in particular. You're
I
just
mean,
trying to.
always.
I
That
Roscoe
goes without saying.
Roscoe will attempt stealth.
Okay. Make stealth checks then.
Quit it.
Zed watches
Yeah.
Agatha achieve stealth and presumably Roscoe not achieve stealth. Well, okay.
I mean, that's not untrue.
But You move at half speed while being stealthy, right? That's just like the nature of D&D rules.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
so,
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So he lets them go ahead a little bit, not being particularly stealthy. He can barely see Agatha, but like, and then he turns to Asta and says, "I feel like I was clear that speed was." Like, there's a moment I think that Asta and Silas. It's the first time that Zed like lets show any emotion, and it's like, "Am I crazy? Did we not do this for speed?"
You,
did.
so the two of them are as swiftly as possible, what kind of like crouching and keeping low. You kind of, you have to do a little bit of hopping because again, you're not like right there. It's the ground is like almost like cracked, like it's super dry and then hot, but then it also has the lava flowing between those cracks. And not all of them have like a set up bridge, so you do have to kind of do some hopping. It's not too hard, but it is a little nerve-wracking jumping over lava. It's not too hard to get there. The
Just a bit.
thing that kind of trips you up stealth-wise is that there's a couple things. Like as soon as you get onto that gangplank, it kind of seems to reverberate and maybe even creak slightly, particularly at Roscoe's weight. Like, you know, these things are sturdy. It's not like it's going to fall. It's made out of metal. But at the same time, they're like heat baked. And if you are stepping with any kind of force whatsoever, it makes like a metallic, like ping, 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 as your foot falls. You quickly get up to like just the yes. You quickly get up
Gushing.
to the nearest door. You're
Zed is not leading the rest of them quietly, by the way, and we're not that far behind.
you're I mean, it was already hot back where you're standing. Here it is quite sweltering. You could understand why somebody wouldn't want to stand out here. So you're like sweating slightly. You get up to the door. You do see there's like a keypad with like a badge scanner lock.
Okay. Can I go poke at it?
Yeah.
Roscoe makes like the, like go.
Can I give? I guess I'm not there. I couldn't give advantage if I'm not there, huh? I realize because I've done this before. And I'm proficient in thieves' tools.
You are. I
Yeah.
forgot that. It did come up like
Zed
way,
just
assumed
way
that
earlier,
such
and I
a-
forgot.
Zed doesn't
I did
notice
that on
and
the first
thinks
day,
that
first one.
This is
Asta's such,
actually
like, a upsetting
significantly better than Agatha
What?
at Thieves' Tools.
I have a plus 11.
What?
So
Why
my
do I never
DM for
get
my
the
other
full
game doesn't let thieves tools roll. We don't do thieves tools for like picking locks. It's all sleight of hand. And I don't know if that is right or not, but that is why I never actually put expertise in thieves tools anymore.
That's fair.
While we're walking over, Asta's telling Zed all of the like how easy it is to pick a keypad lock as we're in the cut with Agatha doing the lockpick.
Go ahead and make a Thieves' Tools check. Yes. It's fine.
So you're
Just
fine.
roll good. Just
You don't
roll
need
good.
expertise if you just roll good.
+6 also isn't bad by any stretch of the imagination. It takes you moments to like, you're not gentle about it in particular, but you just like pry up the panel a little bit, connect a wire, and the door like opens quickly for you to walk in as though you had just badged yourself in. So it doesn't even like set off any alarm or anything that like it's been tampered with. None of that happens. So two of you head in. Everybody else kind of follows quickly behind. And you find yourself in this seems to be kind of a leading to a storage area. So you're in a hallway. There's some like doors on either side, and it continues onward for a little bit. it. You don't see anybody immediately, but presumably there are people in here.
You say storage area, do you mean like are there signs towards like
Yeah.
the storage area is this way?
Yeah, so you can see like straight ahead of you, it seems to open up a little bit, and it's mostly just like crates and stuff. And then there's like a couple doors to the left and the right. One of them does say like lounge is probably wrong. Break room. One of them says like break room. There is like as soon as you walk in to your right, there's a stack of weapons and armor and a glass case with a bunch of these potions in them, little tinctures.
Oh great. Zed
This is like
immediately
this seems like. Sorry, go ahead.
immediately points to the armor and weapons and says, well, there's a plan. Find one that fits. I'll do the talking. Roscoe, you do the secondary talking. And he like clenches a fist to denote what he kind of means, but also I think Roscoe knows that if you need to talk, you are second in command.
Yeah, Roscoe will begin to look through armor to see if there's any that fits. If he finds any that he thinks would fit, Agatha or Asta would like slide it back.
Just roll me a
Zed also makes sure that
d20.
everything else gets done as well.
Roscoe, just roll me a d20. I think everybody else can find a set that fits. All right, yeah, you find there
The
is
greatest today.
there's another giant of a man in here somewhere because there is a set that fits you.
All right, I now need to 1v1 them at some point. There,
Yeah.
We willed an elite into existence.
It might fit you better than any other armor you've ever worn. 'Cause you're like the Imperials never get your sizing right, so you don't know how this is possible.
Oh, I have to be Imperial colors. Just like
Zed's
but
rummaging
you
through
all-
a thing and like finding something faster, and it's like, because we're in an imperial
For-
facility.
For clarity, if you guys run into combat, you are all currently wearing. I'm forgetting if I gave a breastplate or half plate.
I think you told me before that like they were breastplate equivalent, like standard
Mhm.
armor or standard.
This place might be
That's true.
like
Uh,
Might be better.
late.
These
Yeah,
guys.
Star Wars lamellar armor.
Yeah. I'll give you the option of breastplate or half plate. There's probably some a mix of the two. But if you want to be like stealthed up in their gear, you are wearing either a breastplate or half plate.
I think to do the description, Roscoe has to be wearing half plate.
Are there strength requirements on plate armor?
Yes.
Yes. for
Because
that.
I have a 9.
I'm currently wearing breastplate, and I have the 7th strength. Just so you know.
Yeah, so the breastplate, there's no strength requirement, but they are heavy. So what's your strength? A 7?
Mine's a 9.
A 9?
Mine's a
You would be
But I'll take
okay
off
with
my
the
armor.
breastplate. It would not be. It's not your preference, right? Like your AC
Well, I mean, yeah.
is lowered, but you're not overly hampered by just the breastplate.
Okay, word.
Zed basically like drops most of like his coat and his own breastplate to like wear this breastplate, and will find a crate to shove it in, probably.
I think actually,
I mean,
Silas
actually,
is
my
the one
breastplate is
who's
probably
most
imperial
screwed
style
by
breastplate,
this.
right? But Silas probably is, yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
Silas.
So was it
it's
half
slow.
plate or full plate, or was it a breastplate
Yeah,
that we had?
breastplate.
a breastplate or half plate.
Okay.
Is a breastplate considered medium armor then?
Yeah,
Breastplate
breast-
is-
breastplates are medium,
It's-
so don't
it's
have the stealth
14 plus 2.
disadvantage.
Yeah, I think half plate's medium as well. It's just it also comes with the stealth disadvantage.
With the strength.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then,
I am looking at
don't know.
2014.
Oh, I can wear
Uh,
breastplate. Okay.
Yeah, breastplates are medium. Armor do not come with the stealth disadvantage. So this
And half plate does.
should actually. Mhm.
So half plate's half plate is medium, but does have disadvantage.
Stealth disadvantage.
So I think other than Silas, we can all wear the armor proficiently, right?
Yes. This is just a
Well,
regular
Silas-
old breastplate.
Silas
Silas
never
can-
looks like he's comfortable in armor anyway.
Silas is proficient. It's just Silas is weak. Let me put it that way. But it's actually not that much heavier than their normal armor, so they're just weak as before.
Not a regular breastplate.
Unfortunately, they do have to remove their mind sharpening effect.
Yeah, I lose 1 AC because I lose my enhanced defense.
is there a helmet with these armors?
Yes.
In
I'll
the
be right back.
seriousness of the situation, you see Roscoe put down a helmet over his hair.
Wow.
It's a choice. It's a choice. And they are like the soldier Shinra style, like kind of like your jaw and mouth are exposed, but like your eyes up are covered up. And it's got like a
Yeah.
visor sensor
It's-
thing.
I know that Roscoe used to have his badge on his clothes, but do these armors like sometimes have just like a symbol emblazing on them for like a slightly higher rank? Or is it always like an unrelated badge?
I think the half plate armors have a higher ranking symbol on them. But none of these have like are super high ranking. But like
Great.
there's like
I'll,
the half plate people are like sergeants essentially.
Sure. I'll knowing Imperial rank as I do, I'll pick a rank that's like a step or two above Sergeant, and using prestidigitation to create a small symbol on an object for an hour, I'll like put it like over the breastplate, like the heart on the breastplate, as if it's like a specially made thing for me, a weak person, but still important.
Right. You are now
That's smart.
a technical officer again, importantly, with a K.
And I give Roscoe. Oh, Roscoe has one that says like a higher rank anyway,
It's like
because
sergeant.
he's wearing the big plate.
Yeah, it's still a sergeant one though.
Okay.
Hey, Zed has my old job. You're a technical officer.
Yes, but mine's spelled correctly.
No, they're all. It's always spelled with a K.
Nope. It's very important that Zed isn't saying that's spelled incorrectly. He's just saying that it is spelled correctly, hoping Roscoe doesn't know how to spell technical. But yeah, and then anybody that has stuff to leave behind, like stepping into the bigger crate area, Zed just finds like a half open crate of like something that probably doesn't get accessed that often, and tries and puts his stuff in it if something exists, or puts it next to the door.
Let's get
Yeah,
our stuff out the way.
we do some screen wipes to like you stow your gear, put this on. You're now in enemy gear in enemy territory.
Great.
Is there? It's mentioned a glass case full of potions. Is there a way to open that, or is it locked? Like,
It does appear to be locked.
Surely
barring
Asta has
some-
some kind of
some sort
glass
of-
cutting tools.
if Roscoe is next, if again, I don't think Roscoe has any idea about Asta being ridiculously skilled at thieves' tools. If he's next to Agatha,
Just
he'll
Andy.
kind of like do a little like elbow, and expecting the look of indignation at physical contact, will immediately then point at the glass case full of potions with a raised eyebrow.
There's a series of similarly communicative facial expressions, which is, "What the fuck? Why did you touch me?" Then like raised eyebrows of like, "Oh yeah, I can do that," and then like a transition to, "Of course I can. Why would you even like look at me questioningly?" um,
Silas says, I feel like I should condone this behavior, but we probably do need those
Just-
supplies.
Just watch for the this trigger here that can set off an alarm. Kind of say over us or after over Agatha's shoulder.
Yeah.
Try to give you advance. God damn it! This fucking works.
It's not a super difficult lock. Probably just meant to keep, like, people from taking too many without authorization. So it takes you a moment to like pop it open, and you can. There's. It looks like there are some like missing, like that have been used recently, but there's about 10 of them in total. Enough for you to have 2 each.
and can,
They don't look like normal healing potions. They're not labeled at all.
Can I roll?
Is there a check we can make to see like what do we think
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
is?
As a tinkerer with chemical components.
Sure, I'll allow that. It is an Arcana check.
I
Great,
will
I'm
also
proficient.
just on my own make an Arcana check.
I think I clicked it.
Yeah, you got 15.
Oops.
Zed's never
God damn
seen
it.
potions.
Slightly better than that.
Hold on, I have to reload the whole page because it decided to not. Oh, there it went. Did it actually roll for me or no?
Yeah.
You got a 15.
Okay, great.
Yeah, so you kind of like examine it for a minute, look inside, shake it up, examine like the viscosity and those sorts of things. It's some kind of potion that's meant to help cool you off. So probably to help them like exist outside for longer safely. The specifics with a 15 you're not sure about. You think it's a longer lasting potion, just again based off of like the depth of color and the quality of the materials.
Some of the smell that I'm getting out of it.
Yeah. It potentially could help against fire-based attacks, but you don't think that's the main purpose. You think the main purpose is to keep. It's more to regulate your system than it is to like act as a barrier against damage.
Mm-hmm. I'll relay that information to the group. So I think we should hold on to these, and if we need to make an extended getaway outdoors, this would be good for that.
Also,
Zed
less
nods and
supplies for
puts
any
it away.
supplies for the Empire if they are to attempt to follow us after we leave.
Indeed.
Oh, if we
Alright.
Bundle them up and
Let's
put them in
go.
my bag.
if we run out a different exit and you see one of these, or if anybody sees one of these with these potions, just smash it on.
Give you a thumbs up. Alright, what's the next move, technical officer?
I know this is not a facility that I've ever been in, but Zed does know a lot about Imperial facilities and the parts of them. Can I make a history check to kind of like guess generally how this the interior layout of this would go, or is it like already upon coming inside so bespoke that he's like, I have no idea.
I'll allow you to make a check. I will say off the bat, it's weird, right? Because most Imperial facilities,
Yeah, it's a very
they tend
different
to
one, like
they tend to build one large building.
21.
So you kind of, when you were looking at it from the outside and looking at it from the inside, what you think that they've done is kind of copied the usual layout, but sort of had been forced to spread it out slightly. So this is like going to be like storage area, barracks, like, you know, a lot of like soldiery, day-to-day living type stuff. It should be that if you exit out, like go down through the storage area, exit out to the right, you remember seeing a walkway that should lead to like the command center. That's probably like the building with the radar dish, you think. And then past that, going around slightly, leads into the fissure. There's a couple other outposts that you're not really as interested in. Outposts in the sense of like other little islands, because they're probably more like defensive measures, stuff like that. When you walked up, you didn't see any facility that's like screamed to you like, oh, this is where they're doing the research. So it's probably down in that fissure that they have that set up. Just based off of like the size of things, because you know they're not building down, because
Yeah.
the lava, which is again kind of standard. Imperials tend to like research goes below ground for various different concerns.
All right. I think Zed says to Roscoe, this way is probably the command center, then through that to the fissure, which is where, if I were in charge, I'd be inclined to keep the important research. We do like to build down, after all. But then immediately begins walking with a perfect military gait to his walk. Like immediately, he's back to being taught how to walk properly in his weird school.
We'll follow behind and keep just kind of wait until we run into another passerby in the halls to gauge how well their disguises seem to be flying.
Zed is as soon as we're walking, Zed is talking, not necessarily to Roscoe, but in that way that a superior talks to his subordinate out loud, just assuming that you know what is important to take out of it. And he's like, and if any of the recruits are missing their steps, feel free to cuff them. And he does a gesture of smacking someone really hard, which you would never need to explain to someone that looks like Roscoe. But he's he doesn't want to come around a corner and run into people and they'll be like, well, why were you completely silent in this place that you're meant to be comfortable? He's already thinking ahead.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
As you walk by, you can again following you the path that you have in your mind's eye. Always are a little bit twisty. You do walk by another group or another group. You do walk by the Imperial soldiers. As you're kind of passing through or passing by the storage areas, there's a couple of people seemingly kind of leaving their barracks rooms. You're not sure at a glance if they're heading out or they might be heading to the break room. But you are kind of walking by them, and they do seem to be a little bit looking you up and down. They're not in wearing their armor. They're in off time mode. Make an insight check.
I assume that was for Roscoe.
Anybody?
Whoever would like to. I guess I'll have science roll because they're good at this, right? I assume.
No, okay.
Sorry, was anybody else going to roll?
Sure, I'll roll.
You don't have to.
Since you gave us the extra
just
moment
checking.
to wait. I think we're great.
All right. I'm having a crash again, so it's fucking. Oh, okay.
Oh,
It's a
and
curse you get for
Whoops.
putting that symbol.
If you have a fancy one, it will show up more. That's why the Chris strat of having the 20 be the one or whatever. What was it again?
The anvil was
Yeah.
the one.
Yeah.
Makes it look
Yeah.
like it's going to be good, and then it's a 1.
well, I have to go check my marmalade again anyway. So
Okay, no worries.
God damn it. My
iPad blues.
What you saying? Goddamn it, the marmalade.
no, I at my iPad. It'd be funny to do this.
Well,
Oh, cool. So
You and
rolling is what crashes
the
the thing
same.
for me.
Zed and Aston are the
Um,
same.
I wonder if you maybe need to turn off the 3D dice for the iPad.
Hmm.
Although that's worked before,
Okay.
but that's the only thing that
It might
comes
have
to
been an
mind.
update.
Yeah, I'll go do that. I'll try that. Oh, well, I guess I won't because it just crashed trying to do that.
Okay. I remember I had a thing.
I'll survive that.
Oh yes. Zed, when you're like passing them by, you think that they're intimidated by your rank. That's the reading that you're getting from them.
Makes sense.
The
Why
look
wouldn't they be?
up and down is like they're like, oh, like checking rank, et cetera, et cetera. Agatha, you think that they're looking at you too hard and you don't like that, and these guys are about to jump you for sure. Like absolutely, as soon as you start to pass by in the hallway, like it's going to be knives out. Silas, Asa, you're just like people. They're just
Yep.
peopling. Roscoe, you've spent a little bit more time with like the soldiery, like a day-to-day chat. These people are giving you the look of like, you're new, I don't know you, but like not in a way where it's like, oh, we need to like report this, in a way that's like, trying to figure out these people's vibe. Like, do we need to be like really like on top of it kind of thing, or is this a more like relaxed vibe? They're just like trying to vibe you out more than anything else. But they are kind of like eyeing you up and down. You get to the point where it's like, okay, you have to like start to slightly move to make sure that you're not like rushing into each other in the hallway. One of them says, good afternoon, technical officer.
You said that they're in. They don't have a uniform on, and thus they don't have an insignia of rank.
Yeah, they're in like plain clothes.
Zed, through a helmet affects the most I don't speak to someone of your rank that you could possibly get from a person. Trusting that Roscoe will deal with it. Because he's like, I think these are just fine people. I'm going to be the douchey, like, boss that all Imperial people have had in their life.
Roscoe passing by behind, we'll just say Eddie's. And whenever he's passing by, we'll make the motion of like behind Zed's back.
Make a persuasion check with advantage. Or actually, make a performance check, I think, with advantage.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, you get there's a couple people who they're like trying not to laugh. They're like just like let out a couple coughs as you walk by. Does anybody else want to do anything as they pass you by in the hallway?
No, but Agatha's eyeing them all.
Okay.
Asta's just supporting this, kind of rolling the eyes a little bit, is kind of just going like this guy about towards Zed to help the scheme.
You continue onwards, and you're able to exit this building, head on to the walkway. Again, immediately, especially with the armor, it's like the heat is blistering as you start to cross one of these walkways. Again, heading towards the command center. You can, if you want to, just skirt around the command center and go for the fissure. You don't have to actually enter that building to get there.
Yeah, I think Zed will walk as if they're going to go into the command center, but say to Roscoe, we're going to skirt around. Tell everyone if they want to try one of those potions, feel free. And he will, like, uncork one of the tinctures and, like, drink it, just to see what happens.
Yeah. I mean, if we're going to be going down there, it's probably a good idea to pop these now. It's just going to get hotter. Yeah, Roscoe will bring out one, turn enough in the single file line that he's visible drinking it to everyone behind him.
Oops. Asta will do the same.
I was gonna wait a second before drinking it.
If Roscoe sees that you're
We
waiting
all
a second,
turn
he'll
to
begin to mime. He begins to mime like he's beginning to choke.
Asta will
Agatha
hit you in the shoulder,
shrugs.
like, come on.
Silas just shakes their head, and Silas will take theirs after a moment. You the cooling effect
R.I.P. Roscoe, you will not be missed.
the cooling effect is pretty immediate. It's got like it's the same thing, the sort of feeling where you're like chewing on mint gum or mint of some kind, and you take a breath in, but like across your whole body. And it's very pleasant compared to the blistering heat that was there beforehand. You come up to the fissure and kind of start to head down a little bit. They've got like, you tell this seems to be partially natural, partially dug out, maybe widened. At the bottom, there is a much larger door that is like a secure door that is currently closed.
Zed looks up at the secure
In the
door,
sense,
then turns back
I mean,
to me.
to paint that, this is like vault type door.
Yeah, some vault
So
type
I'm,
shit.
I'm
Okay.
clear about the scale.
I think you were describing that correctly.
Okay.
Zed looks up at the door, and then like turns to the other four. Well, this might be too big a door for my usual key of asking Roscoe to open it. Leaving the question hanging for someone to try and this giant vault fucking door.
Agatha, do you want to work
Roscoe-
together?
Roscoe's just like, don't count me out. I got this.
Yeah, just like you broke open that elevator door that one time. That went really well.
Okay.
Just in general, don't reference previous things that we have done in case someone overhears it and links us to that. It's better for the Empire to think there's no connection.
I will say you can see
Zed
there
continues to
is
wait.
a panel that's like a video call screen thing, but there's no obvious like place to card in, input a code or anything like that, nor any really obvious way to open it from the outside, other than that panel or the like video call screen.
All right. Agatha, shall we?
As long as I don't have to talk to somebody on the other side, yeah.
Your magic B&E.
All right. Can we both make? I guess I could even do. I have Smith's tools, thieves' tools, tinker's tools, and woodcarver's tools. So
Is the problem that there's no accessible place to use the tools, and we just have to buzz the door?
Mhm.
It
Yeah.
seems
Problem that you
it
have described.
seems that way.
mm,
I mean, you could
All right,
just
let me-
crit again, and maybe there's something will happen.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, I feel like we shouldn't do that as just a general thing. What's the fucking city we just were at that I for some reason can't name? Odelheim.
Odelheim
country.
is the country, yeah. Sarviel is
Sarviel.
the city.
Sorry about.
All right. Zed looks at you two, kind of looking for a point with which to try and unlock the door. And says, "This is going to be one of those doors where you have to talk to the person and get them to open the door."
Yes.
Great. He just goes up and presses the button.
Yeah. You like press a button and you see a functionary's face appear on screen, and they're like tapping away, like doing something. They're saying, "Good afternoon, technical officer. We don't have any scheduled deliveries. How can I help you?"
He says, "We didn't see the train here, right? At no point did we see the train."
You did not see the train.
Great.
No.
He says, "Sorry, we've just been reassigned from Sarvale. We were told to report to this building. I've literally been in the base for 10 minutes." And he's basically just being like, the Empire's kind of fucked sometimes. You just get told
Sure.
to go where you go. I'm just a
Um,
guy.
Make a deception check. As you're doing that, he responds. He says, he, like, stops tapping for a moment, starts tapping again, but looks away from his keyboard and looks at the screen. Oh, I was told that the train was delayed heavily.
Yes, it was delayed. He kind of like impresses as if he doesn't know why the train was delayed, which is not deception. He doesn't. But he says the governor was real antsy about us getting up here for some reason. I just go where I'm told to go.
They made you
I also rolled
walk.
29. Well, no, we took Chocobo.
Shakes his head. All right. Yeah, we're having some problems. So, what did you need to come into the research facility for?
Zed kind of like pieces together what this guy's saying. He's kind of buying that we don't know what he goes. We're escorting, and he gestures to outside the camera's distance, a technical expert from, and I know places from the Empire. Let me pick a place. I'll pick the place I always pick. I know we'll pick like near where Zed's hometown is, which is like pretty central early Empire. I don't know the name of the city. Maybe that was why it was so important we came here, like to this particular building right away.
Yeah, he kind of pauses for a minute. Sure. Give me 1 second. do some more taps and hit a button, and you'll see like a brr, 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 as the door will kind of like these 4 cylinders will spin out towards you guys, eventually coming to a stop. For then the door to start to push in forwards, to reveal a kind of open space. You can see the guy that you were talking to, like is at like a very large workstation computer screen, like tapping away. There's some people milling about at like a couple other smaller workstations nearby, but this seems to be kind of like a loading area. There's 3 other doors that are well secured and large, but smaller than the main one. Left, right, and ahead. And he just is kind of like tapping away. He turns around to greet you. He says, welcome in, technical officer. This is the research facility. Like roll.
Zed like will walk in again with Roscoe at the front. But while the door was opening, I think murmured to Asta, congratulations, you just got promoted to technical expert. And walks in, and like he's very obvious in like his relief. Great. Next step, now surely somebody else will tell me something I don't understand. And then I'll go do that thing. And that will be the rest of my life. And he says, yes, thank you. And he gestures to Asta, who is the second tallest of the armored people that is with him.
Yes.
And says, by the way, we were attacked by monsters on the way here. If not for, he gestures to Roscoe and says, Grobel here, they probably would have made off with our technical expert. Is that normal on the trip up? I guess you're normal on the train.
Yes, there's a lot of monster activity in the area. And we've... well, yes, there's a lot of monsters. He kind of looks you up and down, like looks at your rank again, thinks for a minute. And it's like, there's a monster frequent this area. There's a lot of fire type ether in the air. We've also found large caches of etherite in the ground.
Zed nods and then, like, again, through a mask. He doesn't take off his mask at any point. He's like, oh, and gestures to Astra and says, yes, Cantor, the technical expert, was saying something about etherite causes monsters. That sounds like that's made up.
He looks over. He says, what's the technical expert in soldier armor?
Well, they weren't until we were attacked by monsters. And then we thought perhaps it was better than them wandering around in their civilian clothes. At least it would sustain one bite.
That thinks about this.
Indeed, I was a little bit scared.
Strux.
While this
why don't you,
conversation is happening,
yes.
I guess it's not going to leave the group, but I don't think she is paying full attention to this conversation, and instead is like looking around the space to try to see if there are like maps of the area or like large billboards with like notes and connections and shit pinned up, or like if she can like make out what is happening on like any of the screens.
Okay. This room doesn't have any billboards or like a map or anything like that. That's like obviously plastered somewhere. There's 2 currently, apart from this guy that's being talked to. There's 2 workstations which are occupied. They're smaller workstations. The only obvious way for you to gather more information would be to kind of like loop around this guy and get onto his workstation. Which is like the biggest one. He's like seemingly left it open because he's standing pretty close by. There is some information on screen that seem to be like some technical readouts. Like seems to be measuring like ether levels in some kind of container. You're not sure exactly what that is referring to. But you like his terminal is a large one and probably is connected to most of the data that they have available, you would think.
Mm-hmm. So again, Agatha is not yet going to is not going to like leave the group and go poking around, but as his attention is like occupied, is going to try to like skirt the edges of like the conversation so she can just like get a closer look at the readouts. Again, without actually going and sitting and poking.
I'll say you can just do that. He's like actively being engaged in conversation, and you don't need to really get too close to read over his shoulder, kind of thing. Go ahead and make me an Arcana check to kind of understand what you're looking at.
But what if it was like an investigation check?
If you were tip tapping away, I would allow that. Yeah, you're missing context beyond just recognizing that these are like readouts of like etherite levels. I will say, you do catch, regardless of the check, you looking over his shoulder, you do check or like get a glimpse of one of like the files that he has on his on like the desktop, because he's got like, this is like an ultra wide situation, right? It's like one monitor that's like 6 monitors wide. One of the files is labeled the Ifrit project.
Okie doke. Agatha will remember this.
Going back to the conversation, I kind of forgot where we were at in that.
Zed had just said that the reason that Kanta, which is what he's calling Asta,
Yes.
is wearing armor is because the monsters attacked us, and
The
he thought
monsters
it was
attacked.
safer than
To
her
give
having
them
no
armor.
armor at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Takes his head. This is why
I try to like
this is why
shrug
we
in it
use
to make
the
it seem like I'm
train.
uncomfortable in it.
Why it's been delayed for so long. They talked about
Zed,
bringing extra security or something. I don't. But this guy seems to kind of have basically bought your story. He's going to gesture to the right, the door to the right of where you walked in, at least. It's to his left. We have some facilities. There should be some spare clothes if you go here, and he'll you probably don't have a badge yet. He'll turn around, type something up real quick, grab like a card from somewhere, swipe it, and then hand it to Asta. This should get you through the basics of the facilities. Once we get you up to speed, we'll get you more accesses. But there's sleeping quarters, kitchen, etc. I'm sure you're very hungry. Showers. Go and make yourself comfortable, and we'll orientate you once you're ready. And he's going to turn to you, to Zed. To say, thank you for your assistance, technical officer. I'm sure the command center will have some use for you.
Yes, no doubt. And he turns to Asta and says, "Well, I hope your technical expertise can help achieve the glory of the Empire." And then like makes eye contact with Roscoe, and kind of says, "Well, hopefully they give us a break. He could really knock out some sleep right now, and just hopes that Roscoe understands that he means that he wants Roscoe to knock this man out so hard right now.
There are two other people in the room with us.
Yeah, I trust the rest of us to take care of those people. They're just guys. This one's the one we got to worry.
Okay. I don't feel like there needs to be much of a check to convey, hey, Roscoe, punch this person.
Oh, it's up to you guys.
Roscoe will do a quick scan. How many people are in this room with us? Is it just the 3?
Yeah, it's just the 3, and they all seem to be scientists. They have like the security for this area is this giant door.
Okay. Do the
I
other
don't know
two?
whose characters might think of this, but
Uh-huh.
just because they're easy to fight and the security in this space is not great, there are people at computers, and you know what's at computers? Comm systems.
Okay. I mean, Zed is going to do something as Roscoe attacks that guy, but like, he kind of just trusts that across the 3 other people, one of you will do something bad to a third scientist. We've got a real scientist body count problem.
It's fine. Okay, sure. Roscoe will punch this man. Specifically, he will punch him in the throat.
I'm going to cast needles on one of the scientists at the same time, by the way.
Roscoe, you throw a punch this guy. Immediately is like choking. Zed, you throw some needles at another guy at a console who it takes him in the back and like starts to pass out. Third guy like looks around.
Okay, so I have 2 attacks. I throw the dude that I just throw punched at him.
I would also like to full action vicious mockery him to death. Like we both had a plan for 2.
Here's what I'll say. No, none of the other characters immediately jumped out and said, I hit third guy. So I'm going to give this guy a roll to see if he can do a thing before he gets knocked out. He did have a moment.
Yeah, I don't have any good spells.
That's mistake
right
again
now.
is always trusting people. I really wanted Silas's spiritual hammer to just appear and bonk him on the head. And I think Charlie might have done that if Charlie was here. But I respect Silas not doing it otherwise.
If we're not going into initiative order, the action that Agatha probably would have taken was not going to be an attack, but at least like getting between third guy and his computer and like to make sure he can't hit me buttons.
I think Asta would have gone to first guy's computer who handed me the key cards and so probably had to step forward to collect it.
Sure, you could be moving forward. I think I will let you make a dexterity check. The computer is a little bit away from where you guys were standing. They're not like all next to each other. So I'll let you try to do that, but just in the sense of like it's far enough that it is some effort to do, if that makes sense.
Sure. What sort of check you want on this? Just a straight dex?
Yeah, I think just a straight dex check.
Cool.
You make it most of the way. I'm still going to give him a roll, I think, before he gets whacked by the man Two-Face and vicious mockery. I'm going to say he needs a 15 to like have the wherewithal to like press button, like enough button in time before he gets knocked out. And he's got a +2. Not great odds on his part, but it could still happen.
Yep.
How does
he's
Charlie's
quick, so
wheel and woe work? Because they have two woe.
they
roll
could
it last
use
session.
it on this. They can use it on most things.
By the way, I want to be on record. I wanted to throw everything at this and fail, and he does answer it, and we just close the door. That's how Zed wants us to go.
Yeah. Does somebody else want to roll the d6?
Agatha should. Kristen, roll it because you are the closest to silence.
That becomes
16.
okay. So he does still hit the buttons.
And then immediately is crushed.
It's very narrow. He's like taps away, presses, and like in the moment that he like hits that final button, Agatha's almost there. The body's like starting to hit him, but he gets knocked out like as he's hitting the button, and you just hear like brant 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 brant. The door is shut behind you. But you know the facility is on alert, so to speak.
Zed immediately says to Asta, who is at the table, also, my vicious mockery to him side of history. It's really important that that's what the vicious mockery was. That I want his last thought. He says to Asta, can you change any passcodes on the door?
I can try. Whatever kind of check that with me, Andrew.
You do should probably have like a computer's use, but I'll say just make an intelligence check.
Okie dokie.
Oh.
It's something that you could do if you knew this guy's passwords, and figuring that out would be an extended. I'm gonna say you can do it. It's gonna take you some time, like an amount of like tens of minutes to do.
I don't know if I can get this done in time.
All right, let's go blow up this facility. Presumably, that's what freeing all these espers will be. And Zed,
After, but before we go blow things up, do you have like a thumb drive on you?
Yes.
Can you
I
download?
always
There's a
carry
file on his. There's a file that I saw on his computer for the Ifrit project that I think we might want to look at later.
Okay.
I'm
I'm
going to go take the leader of this area's card.
Okay.
So we have
yeah, this guy who's been like death via choke out. He's probably still like on the ground. You swipe his card.
I will if he's like choking on the ground, and the others are doing a thing that was going to take like a couple of seconds. Zed will, with like the strings that normally he like uses as a whip or for his puppets, he detaches them from his fingers, ties this guy's hands really tight, like very uncomfortably tight, and his feet really tight, and then I will cast Healing Word to stop him choking to death. Like I will use a spell slot to stop this man dying if he's in front. It's different in the heat of the moment, but like to just watch him die while I take his card, Zed is not comfortable with.
Yeah, quickly tie this guy up.
I'll gag him as well. Gag him after to see if he says thank you.
No, you think he's about to start screaming.
Yeah.
The files you download, you can download most of not most of the stuff. You can download some of the stuff off the computer. Your thumb drive is smaller than the total file size of everything on this terminal. But you can get like that whole file, but you would probably just drag in a couple, whatever else is on his desktop that seems like it could be important.
Mhm.
What are you guys doing now?
I'll ask him, given that I did stop him choking to death, to say, if you'd be super helpful and point the direction towards the Esper, that would speed all of this up.
He like glances at the straight ahead door.
Great. Because if we have to come back into
Almost-
this room, I'm going to let Roscoe punch you again.
Almost involuntarily, you think. Not that he's like really responding to your question, but most of you said like Esper and you like looked that way reflexively.
Yeah, Zed stands up, says, have you two got everything that you can get quickly? Great. I go scan his card to get in the door that he indicated.
Yeah, you do a quick scan. You have to like turn a wheel, like
Well,
submarine
Roscoe has to turn a
style.
wheel. I'm not turning any
Okay.
wheels. What is this?
Yeah, Roscoe, get over here.
Roscoe
do
begins to
labor.
screw with.
On this wheel.
You crank it, open it up. You come into a smaller room. Again, there's like a different scientist who's like freaking out looking around. But they're at a console that has, it's like connected to this it's almost like a sarcophagi like mechanical chamber of some kind. It's like a pod. Like we would recognize this as being like, you know, something you would put like a cloning thing in or something like that. It's got like a window revealing some kind of creature inside of it. That this is too small to be the Esper, you think, just at a glance. And there's another door that kind of continues past this. But this is like clearly some kind of monster, vaguely humanoid inside of this thing that this guy was just like doing some kind of experiment on. But he turns and he shouts and he like goes to pull out a gun.
Roscoe,
Is that
come on,
is
enter
that
either. Is it
kind of
just a
starts
single
to
dude?
laugh?
Yeah, it's just one scientist guy.
As Roscoe starts moving, presumably, Zed says,
I was gonna talk.
Zed's like, the alarm's literally already going. You can fail to shoot one of us, and then all of us will beat you to death. Or you can see this as an opportunity to educate some people about what you're doing here.
Looks around. One of you can make an intimidation check, whether you want it to be Roscoe or Zed, between the two threats.
I think I've got +6 intimidation because I intentionally didn't take
Okay.
intimidation.
Then to help Zed, because Roscoe does have proficiency with intimidation, just not as high. From behind, Roscoe is like shaking off the blood still on his hand from like the previous guy, and is just making eye contact with him. Really think about your choices there.
Ugh.
You guys are not
12.
rolling super great
Mm.
right now.
I mean, if he tries to shoot
Coming
me,
on
he
a
tries to shoot
scientist,
me, it's
though.
fine. Like,
Yeah, he's gonna like shaking, pull the trigger. So I'm gonna say he gets a shot off. Probably shooting Roscoe, being the biggest guy there.
Zed is in front of Roscoe. Like, Zed is trying to be the target if like somebody's going to get shot.
It's also
Like-
funny. It's funny that they just decide to shoot Roscoe.
Yeah, over Zed's shoulder, shoot Roscoe is actually okay.
Might not even hit. He just rolls great
It hits.
with +5. What's the damage? He like
best
he-
scientist
he
shot, but
plinks
worst
you.
gun ever.
like in the shoulder. They kind of
Two Roscoe
ricochets
taking a
around.
full- it's like two Roscoe taking a full bullet from a gun. Roscoe's immediate jerk reaction is "ow." Just that. It's just a dude, right?
Yeah. Like any of you can one shot this man
Okay.
immediately.
Roscoe isn't knocking him out, but Roscoe is walking up to him, and I'm going to grapple throw him to the floor.
You like rip the gun out and just toss him to the ground. Probably dislocates a shoulder.
Could you two have a look at the console to see what he was typing? Or if there's any evidence about what's in this thing? Otherwise, we need to move on.
I'm Agatha is happy to take a poke around.
Yes, so the digging through like some of the like the readouts and stuff, you kind of, this is not like a full terminal in the sense that like it's like specialized for this machine. But when you like get down into like the base layer, the thing that you can see is it says Aetheryte soldier, like experiment number 155. And what this machine seems to be set up to do is to like inject Aetheryte into monsters and people in order to turn them, like to strengthen them into quote unquote like super soldiers. It doesn't say that explicitly, but you're just gathering from like the documentation on the readouts and like the trial and error that they're talking about. Like it's a lot of like experiment failed, next time let's try like lowering the dosage, but extending the time frame, etc., trying to balance the levels for they've done several different iterations of like we will do like several injections over like a small period of time spaced out, things like that. So all of these seem to have been failures as far as you can tell on this console. To varying degrees, not all of the experiments quote unquote died, but some of them were marked, like expired, and some of them have been marked terminated.
And some of them have escaped out into the wilderness, and we know that this
Possibly.
is the fire. The fire, they're using the fire Aetheryte not just because we're here, but because it's the Ifrit project. I wonder what other elements are floating around in different research facilities. That's great. Gross.
But
It's like a real
there
insult on
is,
Final Fantasy writing that. But
there is another door.
do you explain what you find on the thing?
Yeah, no, that was out loud commentary that Agatha was making.
So
Zed.
the hand. Oh, go ahead.
Zed turns to Roscoe and watches what his hand is doing. It may be doing what Zed is going to say anyway.
Roscoe's holding the scientist to the floor, like a single hand holding both hands behind the back, and the other hand holding the head against the ground. And the hand holding the head against the ground is pressing harder against the metal floor as Agatha is talking.
Is
there just like a big shiny open button you want to tell us about?
It's like feet kicking out.
Don't really. Whatever is in there. Roscoe, kill him quickly. Don't open whatever's in there.
Is there an open button?
There is an open button. There's like it gives you a warning and it says like caution, like Aetheryte tubes open.
Agatha at least looked at the state of the person inside this pod before considering what Agatha seems to be considering?
It's pretty rough. They've got like large growth, like bulges of different kinds, like almost they look very demonic. They almost have like horns sweeping up and around. Their muscles are like super striated, like 0% body fat style. So it's not that they're emaciated, it's just that it's like clinging to every fiber, every muscle fiber, and the skin is like fully blackened. They barely resemble a person at this point.
And what is their emotional state, you might say?
They seem to be almost sleeping, almost in like some kind of stasis. Like they're not screaming or struggling or anything. They're just like eyes like half lidded, like slightly floating almost.
In the loud silence that is happening, Roscoe
It's
will
like
speak.
it's like this.
Roscoe will speak, fully aware that even the fact that he is speaking may tip this in a way that he doesn't want it to go, but still has to try. And it's going to just say, while holding, hasn't fully killed the scientist yet, hasn't done that part, but we'll just say to Agatha, I'm not going to say that I understand what you're wanting to do right now, but I have a pretty damn good guess, and if that is what it is, at least wait till we are leaving in case it goes to shit. And yes, you're right. I did not say no.
Agatha, we'll back off.
Thank you. Whack. It's like hit the head on the ground.
Yeah, this guy's
That
like,
was gross. Zed walks over to the next door to open it.
Okay.
Considering if he should have let that other man choke to death.
I started.
Like,
I'm not.
at
Gonna,
what
I
point does the
started
culpability
to,
stop?
I started to put walls on that little area because I do have a map for all this. I started to put walls on that little area. I was like,
And it. Ooh.
100% Zed would have booked it to the next room to complete the actual mission and not cared about that room.
you badge in, open that door. And this opens up to
Wheels are not efficient.
a very, but they are very heavy. This
Fucking tell me
opens
about
up into a much more natural cave system area that has not been like perfectly carved out or anything like that. And there is like bubbling pools of magma here and there amidst like all of this. There's like some piping, some equipment, some struts put up to like help secure the roof, etc. As you like walk out onto this ground a little bit and make it to the center, they have built. It is very reminiscent of the previous Esper containment that you had. Not exactly the same. It's not like a perfect sphere. They've set up like several platforms around a central pool of magma that is like churning in a like rhythmic way, like spinning, not quite full on whirlpool, but like actively rotating slowly, like the start of a slow drain that never pulls down into a full whirlpool. In the center, there's like this, again, this one's much larger, but similar, like coffin, like double encased, all kinds of wires sticking out of it. There are a couple scientists on either side who are like tip-tapping away. They don't immediately notice your presence. They seem to be busy at the moment. There's also in the back a bunch of aetheryte, like raw aetheryte crystals jutting up out of the ground here and there. in various different pockets and deposits. What do you guys want to do?
How many times?
As
4.
Great.
Four.
The scientist body pile will continue probably, but Zed, upon the door opening and seeing the containment thing, is going to try using all of that like time that he spent trying to interact with the mark on his hand. Is going to try and interact with the Esper to see if he can reach out to it the same way that the one that we found in Solnus reached out to us. Like,
Go ahead and make me a wisdom ability check.
well, okay. It's the problem with Charlie not being here to be the one that is 14.
You do connect. And you take not that much. 8 points of psychic damage. As like when you do like reach out and you feel like your the sigil on your palm grow, and there's just white hot rage feedback that comes into your brain in like not almost pained, but more like wrathful, like guttural yelling that is just like in your brain immediately.
In the instant that like the pain comes in and the connection's still there, Zed kind of like he wants to in that moment project outwards the thought that we're there to free this creature, and then like severs it because he's not going to let his brain just turn to mush. Because this one's not going to be as easy. And then looks at Roscoe to see if Roscoe has started accruing new scientist bodies yet.
Not yet, though. I think if there is a noticeable sign that Zed randomly to stumble took brain damage, would
Yeah, his eye's bleeding
you good?
behind the helmet, so you just see it come down to in that little gap in the Shinra helmet.
If Zed gives a non-committal response to if he is good or not, Roscoe will just well, full steam ahead. Will begin to enter into the room. The first scientist that is close begin to head towards them, but then will yell out, "Everyone drop to the floor, hands behind your back now!"
They all look around. They like one of them puts his hands up. The other one's like, "No, if we stop, like it'll break out." And then like they keep typing.
This is feeling familiar.
Why would you do it? This requires constant input. I say out loud to Asta.
I don't. But is that different than what we
Well,
had seen at the other place?
It's the same.
No,
But it's similar. It's
feels
very
like
similar.
a strange choice.
As Roscoe was pacing towards that first scientist, he will point over at the opposite one, and then just will yell, "Agatha, open button."
Mhm. Oh, yeah.
As Roscoe shouts that, Zed, like processing it really quickly, who is next to Asta canonically, because I just talked to her quietly, says,
Mhm.
well, this is going to get bad because this Esper is angry and it's going to come out swinging. And I don't know what about the thing that Agatha just released.
Sorry, so Roscoe, you told Agatha to go back to the other room to
I know.
you meant open
Oh.
this one.
Yeah, I'm.
That's what I
Yes.
thought. Okay.
Roscoe
Yeah.
pointed at a scientist
That's
and was
okay.
telling
That's what I
Agatha,
thought.
"Here is the open button for this."
Yeah, no, I
Gotcha.
took what you're doing. It's fine.
That
I
guy
misunderstood.
immediately like he gets pointed at. That guy's like, nope, I'm out of here, and he's just gonna be like, do whatever you want, and starts to run. There's like still a couple of them like tapping
Can I
away.
firebolt him?
Just
The guy-
the
the
most
guy that-
wicked grin.
The guy that's running,
Wicked grin plastered across her face.
The
Yeah.
guy that's running.
you firebolt him. He like hits the ground. Probably
Keep
not
it home
dead,
screens.
but incapacitated. Yeah. Definitely out for the count.
Great.
Just to simplify this, you like Agatha, you take out one of the other guys, fly guys. Like the machines very quickly start to be like core maintenance required, critical levels approaching, core maintenance required, critical levels approaching. You can, Agatha, see there is a boat like a release when you kind of tap through some of the files. There is a release button.
Yeah, I pressed the
Program, rather.
shit out of that release button.
Okay.
Do I have
You
time to cast spells while Agatha's doing that? Like, can I do a couple things?
you have like we'll say like this is happening over the course of like a minute or so.
Okay,
So you have some prep.
I'll cast Healing Word, not cast third level Armor of Agatha's. Just knowing that this thing's going to come out angry and I will be covered in cold.
We
Do
will
we still have that
as-
cool mint feeling over our bodies?
Yes.
I'm also going to cast
Um,
Aid.
It's been like 10 minutes or so since you drank it. And they seem to last for like an hour or so.
Okay.
We will cut to break. You guys can like just message in chat everything that you're doing so we like have a full list of it. And we'll come back in about we'll say 15 after the hour. Don't go anywhere. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the second half of Infant Fantasy Section 8, where they're about to fight Ifrit. There's the combat map.
I don't know that there was any evidence we were about to fight Ifrit. It might have all gone fine.
Yeah, it was fine.
Right. You guys kind of, you're doing your thing, you're positioning, you open, and as you do, it's like a burst of steam, because this thing, like the edges is where it's sealed, right? So it's like it cracks and there's like a huge like wave of heat that just pours out into this space for a moment. You all kind of have to like look like or like close your eyes for a half a second. Oh, you could have also switched out of your or like back into your normal armor. I think you probably had enough time. Everybody except for Agatha, who was click-clacking.
Roscoe would actually keep the half plate on. It's
That's fine.
higher AC.
I think most of you, it's pretty much the same or very similar. But yeah, the coffin kind of. And as it's slowly opening, but as it's slowly opening, you just see like a clawed hand like wedge itself into the seam to like start to claw and crimple the metal before eventually just like ripping it off as like large gouts furrows into the metal that is thrown off into the magma pool below, revealing this beast, horned, wreathed in flame and smoke, tail kind of like whipping as it does so. As it looks around, it lets out a heavy roar, and then, seeming like sniffing the air for a second, says, "Right, I smell it on you. You won't get me." And it's going to let's do initiative.
Okay. I feel like Sprite has lied to us. Yet
Yes.
another Sunday game with a lying Sprite.
Is that right?
Oh my god. Wow.
As always, I am the greatest at initiative.
All right.
It does okay.
Jeez
Okay, second
Louise,
greatest.
y'all.
As
I'm just-
always, I am the second greatest at initiative.
Everybody wrong, incredible. I will silence.
Should I roll for Silas?
No, Silas got
first.
rolled for, but he's not in there.
Oh.
I thought.
All right.
No, but they rolled a 4, so fine. All right. Agatha, this creature does indeed seem to be hostile as it's like getting ready to summon fire to its hands.
Hi. I thought, mm,
Got a fireball.
well, I guess it always makes me sad when I have to start a turn just by shooting something. But I think Agatha is going to give a shout. Over at it. Hey, I actually think we might be on the same side. We want you to get out of here. We want your friends to get out of here. But if you want to fight, we can fucking fight. And I'm going to steady aim. So sacrificing my movement, but getting the sneak attack advantage. And we'll go ahead and shoot at it.
That will hit.
Let me see if I crit.
Well, that will crit.
That
Cool. So let's see. That was not the crit damage, so we'll make that. That was the first. So it's 3, then another D8, and then I get to double my sneak attack dice, right?
Correct.
Right. So that's 6d6.
Yes.
We love to see it. So 8 plus 22 damage, 30.
Did not like that.
No, but that's the whole turn. I cannot move.
It takes that shot to the face. Ah! He says, breathed in fate. Let us see if my flames can destroy it. And he's gonna use 2 legendary actions to cast Scorching Ray on Agatha.
oh no.
Just gonna hit you with all 3 of these rays. Oh, right. Where's the? Oh, here it is. It's 1. Wow. Shit damage.
You
It's a private.
they're private rolls that you're doing right now.
Oh, sorry. I did this HP a second ago.
Andrew didn't want to reveal that if it has a plus 57 to hit Agatha specifically with Scorching Ray.
Yeah.
No. Did that
Wow.
reveal it?
It did, yes. That
Yeah.
is very funny.
Yeah. That is
it
a
gets,
terrible
hold
roll.
on, it gets 2 more. It is Scorching Ray.
So 16 damage total.
Yes.
Oh,
That's the exact same amount of damage that Agatha did with her 66.
So it just like from its summoned hand throws out a ball that splits into 3 and then comes down around you. But that's gonna be Zed's turn.
wait. Agatha goes. Well,
Uh,
that certainly looked impressive, friend.
Zed considers trying to suggest that Agatha not antagonize the literal demigod that we are fighting. But you know what? He's kind of over this whole thing. I'm gonna scan it. Not gonna move. It's is it religion for Espers?
What's that? Yeah, religion, please.
Religion. Ugh, that's not enough. All right. Well, you know what? 1 in 10 times it has an HP that ends with a 9 right now.
Mm-hmm.
1 in 10 times it just does that.
Are you asking me?
I'm thinking it's just gonna legendarily resist it anyway if it does have a 9. That's the thing. As my action, I'm gonna cast slow, targeting just it.
Okay.
Uh,
Some
Andrew,
wisdom save, right?
just real quick.
Yes.
The potions that we all drank, does it reduce fire damage?
It does not. You would have had.
Okay.
You would be making Constitution saves for exhaustion when you were. You could have done more stuff in that
The
facility
ambient area. Yeah.
as well as in here. It is incredibly warm, so you are not having to deal with that because of those potions.
Yeah, we really straight
slow. Wow. It will resist that.
Yep. That's fine. I know how this game works. And then I will, with my real important action, I'm gonna cast Discord 9. I just want to see. So the way that the strings that normally Zed has are currently tied to a guard outside. So these spectral strings appear. And this one is like a little dancing shit of a goblin guy. It's just like a little guy. The worst type of little guy. And it has to make a charisma saving throw. If it succeeds, nothing. It doesn't even matter. I have to rewrite this because it's on a failure and then success. So on a failure, if its current hit points end in a 9, it loses a quarter of its current HP, or it takes 9 damage. You're muted,
It takes 9 damage.
but I got it.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Seems to almost be like compressed for a moment, but the tune doesn't quite damage it as much as you were hoping. Right.
I like just going for it. That's the end of my turn. I can't move.
Asta.
It will be right there.
Yeah. Let's go with God. I can Scorching Ray. I don't think that's gonna help. Or Heat
Probably
Metal,
not.
even better. God damn! Why do I have these spells chosen for today?
That is a crazy choice.
Unfortunately, Scorching Ray I just know all the time. Can't unchange that one. Fuck a duck. Well, best I could do. I'm gonna, I guess, I'll fairy fire it.
It's got fire in the. No, I'm just joking. Yeah. Yes.
It's gonna be blue light.
It dodges out of the way. The flames just rolling off of its own flames.
That's my. I don't know. I can do. No, I need to smell. So that's my turn. Since I did an attack.
All right. At the end of your turn, it is going to use legendary action to fire bolt Zed.
Basically, did nothing to it.
Well, it
And
misses
it did
anyways.
nothing to me. So it just has a casual plus 13 to its fireball.
It should be
Yeah.
plus 10. Sorry.
That feels crazy.
It should be 2d10.
So, I mean, it missed.
Leveled appropriately, technically. Yeah, it did miss. Then it's gonna be its turn. On its turn, it is going to use a Crimson Cyclone. So it begins to like burst. It's the flames on its back and around its arms like flare up. It like digs a claw into the ground and then like charges forward with a jet behind it almost. Moving, was it 40 feet? 40 feet, 15 feet wide. So it's just gonna basically end up at this console on top of you guys, more or less. Feet exactly. No, for some reason. 35. I need the two of you to make me dexterity saving throws.
Fantastic at these.
Mm-mm. No.
Nope.
Oh, bad. Plus D4. Bless.
You are blessed.
Oh, great, fucking 11.
You do not pass. You're both gonna take. That's a really good roll.
Shit.
34. Half is
Yep.
bludgeoning, half is fire. Just for Roscoe specifically. You're knocked
I'm not,
backwards.
not in a trance yet.
Oh, sorry. Never mind. And
Yeah, that's fine.
are prone.
Are we doing a? Wait, is there another save?
No, I had a
No.
Fairy
it's
Fire up, but
okay.
it's gone now. So
Gotcha.
you can remove that box, Andrew.
I mean,
'cause
also,
that's
Fairy
not
Fire is only a thing
relevant.
that happens at the exact moment it's cast. If
Yeah.
it misses everything, you don't need to concentrate it.
It kind of then like fakes out, and it's right up in your face as it's your turn, Roscoe.
All right. Roscoe will enter a trance as innate magic kind of boils through. I think it's never really been stated whenever he goes into a trance, but I feel like he gets like a little bit of a small like aura for a second. Part of that is while he still has the helmet on, his hair comes back to its full coif and knocks the helmet off of his head when he goes into trance. And I'm going to do a ice aetheryte elemental arm as the cylinder rotates to it, just to try it out, see how it goes. I am going to also stand up. I am going to take 2 guardian attacks. Almost a 16. Terrible.
That'll hit.
For only 13. But 3 of it is ice, if that seems to do anything. Or cold.
It does seem to. It does seem to harm the creature a little bit more.
Okay. Good to know.
As the blow just like the ice part pushes a little bit farther, kind of crackles around his body where you just punched him. I'm assuming you stand up.
Yeah.
All right. So you kind of get defenses.
Kind of arms up.
He is going to use a legendary action in your turn to quickly shift over here, kind of just throwing himself back with such speed that you don't have a chance to react to it. But it's just a movement thing. It's going to be Silas's turn. Somebody would like to control them. Otherwise, I can.
Sure, I think Silas summoned the spiritual weapon to try and bunk Ifrit, and then probably moves like a bit north.
Not big.
Silas has weird spells prepared. That's all I'm
Well,
saying.
that's Charlie.
That's true. I can't
Standard.
click spiritual weapon because I don't have actual control to like do the stuff. But I'll roll it.
I gave you
since it doesn't roll
control of their
properly
sheet
anyway.
last time.
I thought so, but
Let me do it again. Yeah, that'll hit.
well, that hits. It's D10 plus wisdom, right?
Sorry. D8, I
Okay.
think.
Oh, I'll roll again.
Yeah.
Sure. 5.
No, almost the same. Takes that little boink on the head.
And I think, puts it on that side of it, given that it's been moving around a lot. I'll just output the spell since I had access. And then I think it just moves like this way a bit.
Sure. They're
And
going to spend a
truly,
legendary.
I don't know that they have anything to do with their action. Like, when they use that bonus action to cast a spell. Oh,
Toll the
wait,
Dead?
cantrips. Toll the
Yeah,
Dead,
yeah,
yes. I am playing
yeah. You're
a
fine.
caster, and I forgot that cantrips work.
Yeah, it takes that damage. No, well, it's a wisdom save.
It doesn't take that damage.
It doesn't take that damage. Sorry.
The bell is burnt away.
Probably the time you want to. It uses a legendary action to cast Firebolt on Silas. And its bonus
No,
was set up wrong.
Silas.
It doesn't have a plus 13. Wow. It's rolling garbage
Wow.
damage rolls. It hits Silas, but only just as they like avoid most of the damage.
But
No.
Bless does go down.
Wow.
Shit.
Well,
Worst
Gonzalez
player.
is not that good at.
Who'd been blessed? I think I missed that.
Everybody
us.
was supposed to be blessed.
Oh, okay.
It just
I
didn't
don't
matter
think
for
it
the role
would
you
have
did in that
mattered.
one.
Yeah.
I assume
Yeah.
it was everybody. I assumed everybody except for Zed because that's how Charlie uses the spell.
I
I think
just said
Andrew said he cast
everybody
it to the 3rd level.
because
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
what else are they spending their third level spell
Oh, yeah,
slots on?
because Charlie doesn't have any.
I don't know.
These are weird fucking spell choices.
Yeah, maybe they were didn't switch them out for combat. I don't know. I really can't say. But it's going to be Agatha's turn.
Great. Agatha shouts over, "Hey, I thought we were having a conversation, and I'm going to do the exact same thing because that went really, really well.
Yeah.
I am sorry for that.
At 20 again.
Oh, bad vibes. And
Well,
then sneak attack on top of that.
Wow.
Or
Wow.
Nice.
A real punish.
sneak attack damage. Oh my god.
That's so funny.
First damage rolls. Correct. Yeah. Kind of hits that blow. Turns to look at you. Then like, all right, you're next. That's fine. But it'll be Zed's turn.
I will scan it.
Mhm.
Less successfully
thought that would
than
be an 18.
previously.
I feel like no, never mind. I was gonna have Silas aid you, but the roll is not good enough, and I think Charlie wouldn't do
That's
it in
fine.
that situation.
And again, Silas canonically has never done anything to help Zed in a combat. So
True.
I want Charlie to have to be the person to do that. Meanwhile, with my bonus action, I will cast White Wind on everybody. So everybody can get back 5 points of healing. And then with my full action, man, gotta get through this fucking thing, huh? I will cast Reciprocating Portal, making actually, hang on. A 15-foot diameter hole does capture this thing in it, right?
Yes.
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Underneath it, this so Zed like pulls up the phantom strings, and this time they just sink down into the ground and create underneath it this black inky hole that at first looks like drawn, but like not drawn by an artist, but drawn by a child with charcoal on a street, and then it begins to slowly fill in. And then it can use a legendary resistance. I'll waste all my 3rd level spell slots for this.
Yeah, I will. It will definitely use its legendary resistance.
Don't worry, other spellcasters. I'm burning through its legendary resistance.
It's not that, doesn't have that high of a dex. TBH.
That's me done.
Just realized it's things were.
There is a world where I can just cast this on all of us, and we just disappear for a bit. But the
Asta.
after effect of that is bad.
I was gonna say, then it's gonna be a problem.
So Asta saw the ice from Roscoe's next to it. We're next to each other, so I saw the ice from Roscoe's like fist seemingly stagger it more.
Yeah. So then I'm going to shoot it. I am not concentrating anymore. Thank you. Pow! Where's my gun? There we go. Shoot the thing.
You shot
Wow.
the thing.
You do hit. Damage
For a
rolls.
whopping another goddamn 1 for damage. This sucks. Bonus action. Sling in a cryo bomb. There we go. Yeah.
Right. Ooh, so close. Not gonna use a legendary resistance, even though there's a lot of damage to it.
It just feels that feels aggressively targeted.
It's just not really. It's a lot of damage, but it's just damage.
And
Yes,
move
Zed has
5 feet.
shown the risk of not having them, right? Slow's bad.
It's just to be a little bit separated from Roscoe.
Yes, move slightly away.
Sure.
All right.
I'll take every little bit I can.
It's gonna use a legendary action to do a shift move here real quick. And then on its turn, we'll finish that move to get right up and familiar with Agatha. And it's not going to do anything super fancy. It's just going to go for a double claw motion.
Aww.
That's up, right? Okay. I believe both of those hit you.
Yes, and we're gonna uncanny dodge the second
This
one.
thing does have a plus 13 to hit.
To hit
Is
with
that
its
currently-
claws. With its claws, yes.
Okay, just checking.
The magic stuff, no.
20.
That's what I had set
Okay.
something up wrong.
Yeah.
On its magic stuff. Yeah, it just almost like in a scything motion, like in an X, just bears down on you, swiping you with these big talons, dealing quite a bit of damage to you. And then it's going to be Roscoe's turn, as it just kind of like down upon you.
God, you got
Okay.
goaded by a child. How do you feel?
Like a rage
There's
flame being, probably.
There is.
Does he say that?
No, that's just me.
That's what I just said. I just said that out loud.
I'll take a response.
Hey, Andrew.
Yeah.
Theoretically, what would be the difficulty of making a 20-foot jump over lava?
What's your strength?
20.
For you, I'd probably say like, well, yeah. I think rules as written, you can just do that with a running start. If I remember
Okay.
correctly.
That sounds right for a
Yeah.
like distant jump, not a high jump.
And how far do you have to be able to move? Because my plan was to have, if possible, to have Roscoe run, step up on this console in front of him, and
Mhm.
use that as like a jumping off point to land on like that center section where Ifrit
You could
was
do that.
camped.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think that would technically take all my movement to do that.
Yes, it would.
So Roscoe will get a running start, plant a boot into the console and probably break most of it, and then do a leap across the lava onto the center platform. And then if he can just do that, which you can tell me if it's fine or not, Andrew, would
Mhm.
use his action to dash,
Yeah.
take a step back to gain a bit more distance, and then do another running leap to land on the walkway directly behind Ifrit.
Right. Yeah, I'll let you do that. You specifically, because of your massive strength.
So yeah,
You just like, and then kind of like back up, throw yourself forward again.
so reverberating thumb of Roscoe landing on the walkway. Agatha, you probably see Roscoe disappear behind Ifrit.
Like
Just
looks
pay
back behind it.
Pay attention to me. Pay attention to me.
Fortunately, that is my action and all my movement. Due to how does the rage dropping thing work in this campaign, Andrew? I don't think it's actually come up because I've not been attacked. Would I need to use another charge? And if I did that, would it get rid of the cold?
You would need to re-up your trance. It would not use up the elemental. The only way you use up
'Cause I
those
haven't-
is if
'cause I
you,
haven't burned
if
it.
you specifically spend it, yeah, to double it.
Okay.
Like
Okay,
you could
then
even
yeah,
swap
I'll use my
around
bonus action.
as long as you're not specifically like expending the charge.
Gotcha. Okay. Then yeah, Roscoe will spend another trance charge to keep it up.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Silas.
I think Silas, this spiritual weapon, he
Yeah,
moves.
moves.
Does it move on its own, or it has to be a bonus action to move it?
It takes a bonus action.
Okay, he does that. And then spell wise, I think he casts Spirit Guardians. And having seen it flit around, I think he intentionally casts it just so if it's just outside the range of it. So if it like moves through it on its turn, it triggers the damage because it's whenever you move. So we'll like, I guess it's just around him, but it will do a template. Yeah, so I think he's like one step back from there. Yeah, so he's here. Hoping that if it will like try and move through it, causing it to take the damage, and then maybe 2 times. And that's it.
Right.
I don't know which type of damage Charlie uses for Spirit Guardians. I don't remember.
I think Radiant.
So-
I don't know if it's come up yet, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Makes
Did they
sense.
use it before?
I don't remember. Maybe. They get knocked out immediately in a lot of fights.
All right. Agatha.
Great. Because I'm like just as a quick check-in, can you remind me what the conditions are for what limit break actually is?
You have to. You only. It's once per day, and you just have to be bloodied. So you have to be at or below half health. Half health.
Okay. And what we had decided for mine was something that, like, did we actually like settle down on this? Because I know what I had pitched.
You know what? I totally forgot that we didn't like write it down. We had that conversation about it. Yes. Okay. I think we will say that what you. Yeah, basically what we said will be fine. So you can make an acrobatics check, and that will determine how many rounds they have disadvantage on attacks. And then that is in addition to like your normal. You also get an attack off as a part of that, which gets sneak attack.
Great. Cool. So now that this guy is in melee, Agatha gives a cheeky little grin, and she always has her bug out bag on her, even when she's in disguise, and pulls out a can of spray paint, and is gonna try to spray across its eyes. So I will take that acrobatics check there for that.
It was really rotating around that 20.
So close to being 20.
So it will last for, I think we said 2 rounds.
Yes.
2 rounds, yeah. Base is like base is 1, above 15 is 2, and then every 5 up.
Perfect. And now is going to go ahead and take a booming blade attack on it. There we go. Nope. Nope, that was damage. That was wrong. That was wrong. I forgot how this works.
That's okay.
Whoops. Delete. That's not what I wanted. Ugh. Ah. Bring my character sheet back. What the heck? Well, maybe it'll. Let's just say that in a perfect world that means that worked. There we go. Presumably 24
Yeah, that'll hit.
hits. Cool. So then I get the sneak attack damage on top of that, and I think I get one more D8 for booming blade.
Correct.
So 8, 14, and 7.
21, 29?
Yeah.
Hey, look at me doing math. All right. Yeah, it's like wiping at its face as you stab it. The shockwave damaging it further. Okay. It does not like that. It does not like that a lot. It does not like that so much that at the end of your turn, it's gonna pop its legendary actions to fireball the ground beneath its feet.
What the heck?
Oh, hold on.
That's pretty lore accurate to the way Ifrit fights in Final Fantasy.
Yep.
Turn into meteor.
You know, I could hit Silas, but I think it's more appropriate that it just below its feet.
I'm not gonna bother because even half of that takes me out.
Agatha hits the ground. And it seems slightly reinvigorated.
God damn it.
But then it's going to be Zed's turn.
I've got a plan. I'm going to cast Reflect. Roscoe, you just punch me a
Get rid
bunch.
of-
It'll be fine.
And just so we're clear, the disadvantage from the limit break stays. Doesn't matter that you went down.
Thank you.
Zed watches Agatha go down from his unmoving vantage point of scan, which does not fucking ever work. Speaking of which, Zed, unmoving.
Just
Like,
roll like
statue
above
this
its
way.
head.
It's not. I'm not in charge of this. This is why I don't roll things on my turn. Sees Agatha go down. Considers whether or not Agatha should maybe not be taunting Demigod, and then this wouldn't happen. Like, sighs reasonably heavily, and will do another White Wind, so everybody will get 5 again. Bringing Agatha back up, still with the disadvantage, which is nice. And then will begin to kind of bring the bardic magic into him, and I'll cast Dissonant Whispers on Ifrit.
I will say, if it is looking bad, I missed the crowd bomb bloodied it. And I think I didn't say that.
I choose to have Scan represent not even seeing that much. Oh, he
That's
takes
fine.
5 damage.
All right. It's going to be Asta's turn. You shouldn't be prone anymore.
I will get up from prone. Let me see. My gun has a range of 50 and 100. Yeah. So no matter where I'm shooting from, I'll do that with disadvantage since it's in the long range, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay. Well,
I mean, you
I
could
will-
move a little if you wanted to like be on this edge here. You know,
Oh, is that a place that's reachable? I figured these
Yeah.
yellow lines were like that's like a room or not, but if it's just a platform, I can.
yeah, it's a platform. There's no railing.
It can only move 15 feet though, since I had to stand up for prone. So I'll just take the disadvantage,
Okay.
which means it's just gonna.
You
Miss, but that's okay.
wouldn't normally want to stand there like no railing. You know,
Right.
with the pit of lava. That seems
Right,
not the
okay.
best idea, but it's certainly possible.
Okay, so I think a 9 misses.
Yes, a 9 does hits the wall,
Great. I
breaks some wires.
think also means that I'm not close enough to do my bomb. Ah! How far? Hold on.
Don't worry, Asta, you'll come to understand that it's fine to have turns where you just fail to do the thing. That's what I
60
do every
feet.
turn.
I can throw it next to it.
Would it hit next to it, or would
That's
it
a
fall in
bomb,
the
so
lava?
that works, right?
Yeah.
It's a bomb, so it's a 10-foot sphere, so I can throw next to
Yeah,
it, and it'll just be on the edge.
Yeah, for our purposes, the bombs go off when Asta wants them to. It's not like a set
Okay.
timer or something like that.
Asta is constantly cooking these cryo grenades, like to perfection.
Yeah.
Right, stick save. Failed. Yeah. All right. Loses all that HP it just got back. A little extra.
And then I think, I guess I'll move 15 feet this way. I don't know.
Right. Ifrit's kind of like still fighting off the spray paint. Will gets its thing back. I think it thinks that Agatha's done for, and it can't see super well, so it's going to turn to take a couple swipes at Roscoe with disadvantage. Definitely missing. Actually, maybe that still hits you.
Oh, 16 is my AC.
Okay, well, still hitting you.
Is it
Claws are
all
massive.
slashing damage?
It is all slashing damage. So it's 6 and 8 that you take. But it gets its legendary actions back. I think it's going to kind of hop down here to sort of be
Makes a
engaged
wisdom save.
with you two. It does make a wisdom save. I totally forgot.
Oh, wait, did it move? It moves.
Yes,
It
it
did
does
move.
move.
It fell for the double trap.
I like that Booming
God.
Blade isn't concentration because it would be so bad if it was concentration.
Mm-hmm.
It takes half of.
That's also wrong. It should be more. But I clicked
it
the
takes
ability check, not the save.
5 damage because I rolled it when it went down.
Yeah. Booming Blade. My worst enemy. All right, takes that 9. Looking a little rough. That's gonna be its turn. Roscoe.
Roscoe is going to move 5 feet down. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm within punch in the face range of this thing, right?
Yeah. It's because it's like
Okay.
it's standing below you, but it's so tall.
Okay. So actually, it's more like it's at face level.
Yeah.
Roscoe is going to limit break. And is going to try to punch it a lot. As the ice aetheryte forms like a second layer shell around my arms where it's like ice gauntlets. And I'm going to reckless attack it. So this is my thing was still messed up earlier. It's +9. 18 to hit.
That will hit.
Second one. That'll hit. And the bonus action.
Yeah.
Last one is a nat 20.
Yep, that'll hit.
I'll roll that all together. I have a feeling I'll need to. Plus 5. Plus
I'm just expecting like
D7. It's going
Plus-
to end up being 48
plus
plus
100.
13d4 plus 27 in total.
Yep.
Surely some of that is cold damage, right?
So much.
But we
The
have
all the
majority,
D4.
Pull out.
the majority of it is cold damage.
So
So
39 of it
30
was cold
so
damage.
39 doubled if it's weak to cold, which I think it is. So 78 cold damage, 26 bludgeoning, or it's like 53 bludgeoning. I think.
53 bludgeoning and
Oops.
78 cold. 131, I think,
Yeah.
off the top of my head.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do that to it, and hope that's that's something meaningful.
You're sort of like punching it, like going into his face. It's seeming to ice over in this moment, as like this successive, like aetheryte, like ice infused, just like slamming into it. As this happens, it's like there's a pause moment where it's like seemingly slightly frozen, before you think, oh, like we've done it, like we defeated it. Its eyes like crack. It's going to burn its stuff to use Hellfire at the end of your turn.
It's a bomb.
Okay, so it.
I didn't get to scan it for its explosion. You did this, Roscoe. I'm like,
Sorry.
no, it's fine.
It's like hands light up and it kind of coalesces a sphere of flame into one, and it's almost like it's struggling to push these two balls of fire into each other. There's some like repulsive force, strange magnetism going on there. As it finally like touches and then it seems to slide in together, a gout of flame like erupts all around it, centered mainly on Roscoe. It seems to kind of like go up into the air in this moment. Roscoe, again, encased in a pillar of flame. As Ifrit dives back down, swiping you, the flame pillar disappears. You can make a Constitution saving
Along with
throw.
Roscoe's ashes. What's wrong with Roscoe's ashes? The con saving throw.
Yes.
Nope.
Yeah, you. Wow, that's kind of bad. It was actually okay. You take 54 points, bludgeoning fire, or sorry, slashing fire from its claws and from the pillar of flame. And it's going to be
Which is
the end.
That matters. And
The first one is, yeah, the first one would be the slashing. The second one would be the fire.
Roscoe is down.
All right. It's just so we're clear, it hit 0, did that, and has some HP as a result of the fire back. It's then going to be Silas's turn.
And that didn't like. It wasn't an AOE that hit Silas, so I didn't have to roll anything for Silas, right?
It was in this case, no.
Okay.
It's it would have hit this square. This sorry,
Sure.
things aren't working.
He hits it with the spiritual rifle. He does not hit it with the spiritual rifle. Then
Did you have the spiritual guardian set up, and did the Ifrit move through it?
Yeah, it did take that damage.
yeah, it took 5.
Okay, I just didn't hear.
Yeah. And then it will
And
trigger on its turn again.
now, if I look at all of Silas's things to do with an action, I will toll the dead. Or magic missile. I'll toll the dead. And not a bad toll the dead roll.
Nice. Oh, almost went to a
It
1.
does save. It was almost a 1.
And then Silas will move out. I guess won't move out of the way because it's right next to it.
Yeah.
It doesn't make a lot of sense for Silas to walk out of range of this.
Good. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it does. Agatha. Roscoe looks like burnt Roscoe.
Oh yeah, I was gonna heal Roscoe. I forgot.
Ash
Burnt
Roscoe.
Agatha goes "Fuck," and is going to run up right to where Roscoe is, and I'm not. This doesn't perhaps quite work in the space that we're given, but I do imagine sort of straddles him, like defensively.
Okay. Like where are we going?
And but can't quite. It's just a large body. She can't quite get the leg over, so she goes, okay, never mind.
Was Agatha
and,
prone from being dead?
Oh, I would have gotten up
That's
the previous turn.
That's not that much movement either.
Yeah. I didn't
Just checking.
take any movement last turn, so I'm happy to. Okay. And we're going to take a booming blade attack, throw sneak attack on top of that, so 8, so 10, 15, 25.
How would you like to kill it? I will also tell you, booming blade barely made the difference.
Hey, it
The
made the
2
difference.
Yeah,
To
the 2
me?
damage.
And I will say again, booming blade is doing a different set of utility, not just damage for me here, because it means I get to use my misdirecting blast thing. It didn't matter in this case, but it's helpful for me in general. Booming blade is great. I will defend it till the day I die. So Agatha, I think actually almost it like steps up onto Roscoe's body. Again, the idea being defensively, but that gives her a little extra leverage to stab upward through the thing's jaw, into its like mouth through the muzzle. As a sound reverberates
It
outward, shaking its whole body.
the creature seems to like the flames like suddenly like wink out as though like you turned the burners off on a gas stove, just like a sudden as the creature falls backwards. The ether that seems to compose this creature again starts to flake away, but unlike with normal monsters, it kind of flakes away, revealing a form beneath. This starts to flake away, and then it starts to stream out towards each of you. At first, like just small, like bands, like thin wisps that like seem to grow larger. And there's a moment where maybe some of you are like even worried that like this is another form of attack, but it's a pleasant heat. It's not the burning fire from before, and it seems to well up in you. And there is like a moment where you all like your anger runs hot. As this happens, you all level. And you hear again the voice of Ifrit, like as the final traces of the ether enter into each of you. It says, perhaps Sprite has found worthy ones after all.
We could have just ours.
We'll probably end there as well, and then we have some time left. But that way, everybody
We
can
can do our leveling.
level, and we'll try back next time, hopefully.
To what level?
The next level,
Oh, so
you,
7.
you go up to 7, yeah. All right. Well, thank you all for playing. Thank you for watching. We will be back next time.